Oh, I see me. And I see you. I see...
Hello.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Simon.
I was stuck in an English accent for about a week and a half.
Really?
And I couldn't get out of it. It was the whole time I was like, it's crazy.
It's like, this is me in a nutshell.
I couldn't break free of it. I was like, it's crazy. How am I doing this? And people like stop. And I'm like, I can't. Can't you see? I'm trying. I'm really trying hard, and I can't do it.
I'm not even going to play around because I have the worst English accent ever.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Baker.
Welcome to the At Home Dad Show Season 2. Season 2.
Part 2.
Yeah. We never officially ended Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just a lengthy hiatus made us realize that if we called this Season 2, then that would justify the fact that we weren't around all the holidays, right?
Well, between you and I, we knew that it was Season 1. We just didn't tell anyone else.
Yeah. So now we're telling you. So
we hope you enjoyed Season 1, and welcome to Season 2.
Yeah, and we're going to make it bigger and better this year. We've got some ideas. First off, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I made a couple, and I want to preface them by saying that a long time ago, someone gave me some good advice, and it was set attainable goals, because there's nothing worse than setting a goal for yourself and then failing. So set attainable goals. So
that's my problem. I set these unrealistic goals.
Yeah,
one of them was I was gonna hike the John Muir Trail. It's an entire month. It's 230 miles. But people are like, why don't you just do a section of the John Muir Trail? I'm like, fuck no, I'm doing the whole thing.
Damn
They're
thing.
like, have you done any of it? I'm like, no, but I'm going to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so what did I do? I did none of it.
No, I mean, a lot of people do in the New Year's resolution. I'm going to work out 5 days a week. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. I'm going to start, people set these goals that are just not realistic. So I feel like you might laugh at me at my goals, but they're attainable. Okay. My goals. Okay. Goal number 1.
Make the bed.
I'm going to lose 7 pounds.
Ooh, 7?
7. Just
That's
nice.
a weird fucking number.
7 pounds. Well, because it's because I know what my goal weight is, and I know where I am right now. It's about 7.
All right.
Okay. Number 2, I'm going to play the drum. I'm going to practice the drums at home on my own at least a couple times a week, because I never really do that. Like when the band gets together, we jam, but like I never just play on my own.
I like that it's vague enough where it gives you wiggle room.
Totally.
You said a couple times.
A couple times. Well, that's more than one.
It's more than once.
And then number 3, I forgot.
Oh, well, good. Then it's one less goal. One less problem without you. I got one less problem without you.
Oh, no, it was to work on my memory. That was it. Not going very well.
How about
you?
That was a great joke. I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to set myself up for even more failure.
Yeah.
So I just ignore it.
Fair enough.
Done.
I did want to set the stage. I feel like the world is falling apart right now. It's pouring rain in LA.
I think that's a good thing.
It's been a wet winter so far.
I love it.
And today is day 1 of what they say is going to be 4 straight days of rain.
Never happens here.
It's been pretty wild. Number 2, the government is shut down and has been for over 3 weeks, which is good times, which is, I don't want to trivialize it at all because it's a big deal, but it's I think it might affect our spring break plans, because spring break plans were to hit Grand Canyon, Joshua Tree, Zion.
Did you hear what they're doing in the fucking parks now?
Yeah. Yes.
There's like people are shitting and cutting down Joshua trees.
Like Joshua Tree is covered in human feces right now.
But who the fuck are these people? Why would you do that? What the hell happened with humanity where they're like, it's closed down. Let's fucking burn it down. Yeah. Like what have we devolved to that this is not what we are? And if you're out there and if you've got a Joshua tree and a fucking planter in your backyard,
you're an asshole.
Son of a bitch.
So if those parks are closed too much longer, I don't know if who knows if they'll even be open by late March, but they may not be in any shape to be visited. Who knows?
Well, the difference is the last time they were closed. The gates were closed.
Okay.
People weren't allowed in.
Right. Right now they're kind of semi-open.
And I don't know, is that that must be like some sort of a call that has to be made at a high level as to how you close it down. But basically they're open, but there's nobody working, so it's a free-for-all.
Yeah. The inmates are running the asylum right now. I'm having an issue saying words clearly.
That should be one of your New Year's resolutions.
And then number 3, to work on my diction. But anyway, so that kind of sets the stage. It's kind of a messy day, but we're looking towards the future, and we want to do some good stuff this year. We're going to have some awesome guests on. In fact, we already have one excellent guest in the bag. We have recorded episode 2 already. Look at us. We are so on top of things. We have already recorded the second episode, but we had Lindsay Powers on. She's awesome. She has started something called the No Shame Parenting Movement. I loved her whole attitude, which was basically like, don't judge other parents. Just do what works for you. And her tagline is you can't F up your kids.
Which I had problems with because I know some kids who are pretty effed up. Right. I mean, there are some children out there that are pretty effed up.
Right. And
so I was like, meh. But she has an asterisk, a little disclaimer with it that, if they're given love and the proper things, then yeah.
Right. So I think her, just to kind of to play devil's advocate, I think she's saying it's the little stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. She was like, if you choose attachment parenting versus sleep training, or if you choose, I don't know, whatever philosophy works for you.
We're getting caught up in the the minutia of like, well, what's the best way to do it? And do you make your baby food? And like, it's like,
right.
There's lots of ways that work.
There's lots of ways that work. And choose the one that works for you and don't judge other people.
It's a great... I'm a judger. I judge. That's what my therapist is telling me. I'm a judgy motherfucker. But anyways, that's a great episode, and that'll be next. So loved it. And we've got the phone call situation figured out.
Yes.
So I don't know about you, but I want to have some of... let's open this up to the dads who are in the trenches.
Yep.
Let's get some of the dads out there who are listening. Like, I want to call in. I want to tell what it's like, because honestly, I became a stay-at-home dad, I didn't know as you did, later on.
Yep.
And so we weren't there for 3 screaming babies.
Yeah, like the baby stage.
We weren't there for that. We had help or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a handful of emails over the past couple of months of guys who are like, I'm literally at home with an infant.
Right.
And that is something that you and I didn't experience, and we definitely want to hear that. And now that we have the technology to have phone calls in, I feel like it opens it up for us. So we're going to definitely have listeners on, and so look for that in future episodes.
Well, we got 2 emails recently, which actually are these guys. So maybe we should talk to these guys, reach out to them. So one is a dude named Patrick L. He says, good afternoon, Adam and Baker. New stay-at-home dad here. Got a darling 10-month-old daughter in my possession here every day, whilst the mother makes the bread. We are a happy, healthy family, but some days being a new dad and a stay-at-home figure can get a little nerve-wracking. Trying to figure out a routine for myself and the little ones, as well as trying to keep my sanity all at the same time. It's a blast and a half, though, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Looking forward to the next episode and hearing back. So that's somebody who's in the trenches.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's hear from Patrick. And then another guy named Danny. Danny sent us an email. And some of these are coming through the websites and some of these are coming from hello@homedadshow.com. Danny says, hey, my name's Danny. Been a full-time stay-at-home dad for nearly 10 years. I have 4 kids age 12 down to 4, and they're finally all out of diapers and in school. 4 kids. 12. So I have a lot more time to get out of the house and have been listening to your podcast during that time. I really appreciate you doing this and have enjoyed everything I've heard. Keep up the good work. I'll get those guys on the show so we can hear their perspective.
Thank you, Danny and Patrick.
Anybody else?
Get in touch with us. Send us an email, hello@homedadshow.com. You can also tweet us, or I don't know.
So what can people look forward to for season 2?
Okay, so we're definitely going to have some actual dads from the trenches on. We'll probably have some friends on and drink liquor, and
those nights are fun.
Those are fun. I feel like some cool stuff comes out of that too.
Right.
And we're just going to continue exploring parenting from a dad's perspective.
Right.
And just kind of see where it leads us,
Some stay-at-home dad stuff, some just general parenting stuff from a dad point of view.
Right, exactly. So, I want to do real quick. We didn't want to do like a full on recap episode. We did talk about this earlier. Maybe if we have the gumption, we'll put together like a greatest hits from season 1.
Or you could just listen to all the season 1 episodes.
Or how about that?
It's like 23 episodes. Was it 23 episodes? Oh. And they're all like an hour plus. So you're looking at, a good 2 days straight.
I was going to say, you can save us the work of doing a greatest hits by just going back and listening to everything.
Yeah, and subscribe, please. Subscribe.
But we had some fun guests. I mean, I think our first guest that we ever had on, Jim Pratt, was super fun. That was a fun night. That kind of, showed us what it's like to have a guest and just to see, what a third voice brings to the party. And there was a lot of good stuff in that episode. Well, we still have a bunch of after hours footage from that night. It's going to probably stay in the vault.
We do. The thing is that we had done these during the day, and then we realized, well, if you do them at night, that changes the whole dynamic. And then you bring a guest in who brings a bottle of tequila. Yeah. Like Kent Reese, and then it changes the whole dynamic as well. But we had lots of good guests on. We ended towards the season with Zach Selwyn, we sort of got derailed with that, and we all got a little liquored up on that one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had tons of guests on. We had guests that had adopted kids.
I was just going to bring up Daniel because I see him at karate still.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him, I asked him how that was going, and he said that there was another hiccup. And
what, in the adoption?
In the adoption process, I believe that the window for a blood relative to take the child back had closed. So that was a good milestone, but then there was still some other snafu with paperwork or procedure or whatever. So they were still like another month from actually officially adopting this child.
Oh my goodness!
But they're getting closer, and I don't know if you saw, you don't ever go on Facebook, but he posted, those little flags that are on either side of like light poles around town. They're advertised.
The promo ones.
They advertise museums or schools or whatever. Right. But one of them was advertising adopting, and Daniel and his family was on it. And I don't know where in town it is, but somebody had taken a picture and said, Daniel, you're on it. Anyway, so shout out to Daniel. We should have him on.
That was episode 18 if you want to listen to that.
That's right. Go back to episode 18. Check him out. But we should get a checkup with him once that whole process closes, and he can kind of give us
we can do the phone call thing. We figured it out.
Call in. Exactly.
We had a dietitian on. We had a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Yep.
We did the Paris special.
Yeah.
We talked about kids and sports. Mm-hmm. I mean, we hit it all.
We talked about little drunk jockey arms. Refresh my memory on that.
I don't remember that. What episode was that?
Oh, that was with Chris Nowak. He was little drunk, super fun.
15.
Did we do 2 episodes with him? We did. So episode
was it 15 and 16?
Oh God, he was fun.
Little drunk jockey arms.
He made the best case for high school football that anyone's ever made to me. And I still think about it.
I still think about it too.
Because Luke wants to play football, and he keeps asking, "Can I play football? Can I play football?" And it was easy for me to say no, but now I keep thinking I have Noak's voice in the back of my head. Well, maybe it's good for him. I don't know what to do.
Because basically, what you learn in the trenches,
right,
you carry with you your whole life.
Yeah, he said it was like simulated combat.
Because you knew if you didn't do your job, one of your friends might get hurt.
It's amazing, right? Yeah, yes.
To that level, but he was quoting an article.
Right.
And I think that's, I agree, right?
Yep. Did you see, this was a month or 2 ago, but Saturday Night Live had this unbelievable, how they do those, commercials, fake commercials on SNL?
Yeah.
They had one with Jason Momoa, who's the
guy from Game of Thrones.
I can't
Aquaman.
remember. He's Aquaman, and he's also damn it, I can't remember the name. But anyway, it was called Big Boy Appliances, and it was so the gender roles were flipped. So it was the wife coming home and saying, "Honey, the house is so clean. How do you do it?" And then he turns and winks, and then it shows all these big boy appliances that like a washing machine that's 7 feet tall and runs on gasoline that has like a ripcord. You have to...
Yeah. and you can do like literally in all of your laundry in one.
Yeah. And then and then it was like, honey, how do you keep the carpet so clean? And then it's literally a ride-on vacuum machine. It is a riot. So definitely get on YouTube and check out the Big Boy Appliances.
Include a link to that. Mm-hmm. Funny.
Super funny. Another piece of news last year that was a bit of a bummer, but we had talked about trying to get Jenji Cohen's husband on because he wrote that book, Plus One.
Right, and she's the Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black, and she did Weeds before that. And he was plus one, which, meaning he was kind of the arm candy at all the awards that she was winning.
That's my situation.
Right.
I am the trophy husband.
Right. So we had talked about trying to get him on and, trying to figure out if we had any connections there. Well, they filed for divorce, which is kind of a bummer. So we'll keep an eye on that. So do we get him on? Do
we still get him on? We're like, hey, we read your book. Things were good back then, but they're not now. How do we get...
Did I finish? I think I finished the book. You did.
I got like I do with every book. I got about 20 pages into it. And then I buy books, I buy like 10 books at a time. And Jen was like, why don't you just buy one and finish it and then buy the next book? I'm like, you know why? Because I have the intent to read all 10 of them.
Right.
And then I read one of them.
It was fiction, though. The book was fiction, but it was obviously based on his...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think he even said it was in interviews. Yeah. He's like, yeah.
I think we should, if we can get him on, we should. I don't know how we would do that, though. Anybody know Jenji Cohen?
Well, let's reach out.
We got a couple of newish iTunes reviews. It's always nice to read those.
Read
those. We're still at 5 stars.
Nice.
Even though we have 1 2-star review. Whoever did that, you're a jerk.
What?
Here's a 5-star from Senior George Pants. Great show to listen to when I'm folding laundry, prepping dinner, tidying up the house, and working out with the jogging stroller. Is that sarcastic? That might be sarcastic, but I don't care. It's funny. And You Get a Dragon. It's great that an honest podcast is out there. Yeah, because all those dishonest podcasts.
Yeah.
Telling what it's really like to be a stay-at-home dad, the pride, but also the embarrassment of taking care of our children. It's wonderful. Keep it up. Just straight up embarrassment.
We have 9,600 downloads, so we're 400 away, if my math is right. Less than 400 downloads away, right? From
let's
10,000.
Let's get there.
Should we give something away?
On our for 10,000 downloads.
10,000 download, but how would we?
Who do we give it to?
We can't track it.
How about we just give ourselves a present?
Okay.
Yay! We'll throw ourselves a 10,000 download party. I love it. So yeah, as we roll into season 2, we certainly have some ideas about what we want to do, but we also want to know what you guys want to hear. What kind of guests did you find interesting and useful? What kind of discussions did you find most compelling? What stuff should we leave out? All that feedback is super important and super helpful. So please shoot us an email, hello@homedadshow.com. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. I
want to know, do people, are they okay when it gets derailed?
Right.
When we go down that road and, we start singing songs. And, is that fun to listen to? Or are they like, these guys are... is it more fun for us than it is for them? That's what I'd be interested in. Or do they just want to hear about folding laundry?
I think...
and having to tell people that you're a stay-at-home dad.
So, without calling out, specific episodes, I have gotten feedback that it's entertaining to a point.
Sure.
And then I think once we, really lose our minds...
Cross over to the dark side.
Then I think it may not be as helpful.
Right.
Then it's more for us than for the listeners. So I think that there's definitely fun to be had in the evening podcast. But I've gotten a little bit of feedback that I was like, that episode I couldn't get through to the end.
Well, maybe if they would listen to the end, they would have got the good stuff.
Maybe.
2 ways to look at it, right?
That's right. And we're going to stick to the every other week schedule.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
It's too hard to do once a week,
too hard.
People. I'm sorry. And maybe it's too hard for you to listen to us once a week. But it's hard.
It is hard.
It's a lot of editing.
It's a lot of content to create.
And I also think we're trying to go more straight to tape.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to lay this down and I'm not going to try not to edit it because I would get in there and start editing things because, I stammer and stumble and I sound like an idiot. And I thought, well, if I can get rid of some of the blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah, then I'll sound less like an idiot. But I don't know. It's going to sound like an idiot no matter what I do. So might as well just leave in the truthfulness to it.
There you go.
That's raw.
That's part of our mantra.
Yeah. It's live.
It's our creed.
Yeah. Okay. Never liked that band.
What the fuck's for dinner, Baker?
What the fuck's for dinner?
Oh, I have no idea.
No. We did a week of Hello-Fresh.
Hello.
Did you do HelloFresh? I know you did a few of the meal deliveries.
Sunbasket. And a couple different ones, but no, not HelloFresh.
Okay. It's really good.
Okay.
We had done Blue Apron, and then we did one potato. One potato is supposed to be more for like kids.
Okay. Like
the kids can help make the meal, and then it's supposed to be a kid-friendly meal.
Right.
In our experience, it was not ever. So HelloFresh is back to closer to a Blue Apron where it's grown-up food. It's delicious, and I'm enjoying it. So that's what's tonight. We have like a spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, okay. Nice. I think the reason that we stopped doing those, I think we did two. We did Green Chef, maybe. I don't know if that's one. We've done like 2 or 3 of these services. The thing that we found hard was that the schedule, we're out a lot late. Yeah. Like, Olin's got hockey, and then now we just added flag football to the mix. So he's got
Is that through school or is that through a park?
No, that's through a local park. So we're doing that on Friday, and then we do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is hockey. And so like we're out late, so it's really hard. And then they would just pile up, and then
you feel like you're wasting
and then
food.
We'd throw them away, and then we felt bad. So that's why we stopped doing them. And also they don't offer a 3-portion one because we're the family that's got one only child. I guess that's redundant. We got an only child, so they don't have 3-portion ones.
Yeah, it's usually either 2 or you're right.
So, we're being judged.
Yeah, you are.
For only having one child.
Well, maybe you can eat 2 dinners and then...
Well, but I don't need to go down that road. I'm already girthy. I need to not eat.
Girthy.
But I've been on the ADHD medication. Did we even bring that up last year? We did. Okay, we did. So it's been great.
Yeah.
I've been getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I've been eating a lot less because one of the side effects is it's an appetite suppressant.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's speed for you.
Yeah. Well, exactly. She goes, "You're not as speedy as you were." And I'm like, yeah, because it's not affecting me as much. I'm going to need to up the dose. So, or start snorting it, whichever way I can get it in fastest. But no, it's been great. I've been getting stuff done. I feel better. And through that productivity, I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
So.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. What did you do for the holidays?
We were here. We didn't do anything. We, my parents and my in-laws both came to us for Christmas. And we hosted, and I made a standing rib roast, and it was fucking delicious, and it was great. And then, New Year's
What's
Eve,
a standing rib roast versus like a roast?
It is basically a prime rib.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why they have more than one name for it, but they do.
Does the bone like stick up? Does it look like a Fred Flintstone thing?
Actually, it's probably not a standing rib roast because I got boneless. The bone-in one takes a little longer to cook. I don't know that it makes it taste better, but if you're into ribs, then you have a rib.
I think a chef would say it does. The bone gives some flavor.
I hear you, but I gotta say that we did the boneless, and it was, I can't imagine it being any more delicious.
So you cooked a prime rib?
Yeah. You just roast it. It's super easy. That's the thing about it. It's really easy. You basically just put it in the oven for, 3 hours and watch the temperature. The key is just pulling it at the right temp.
Right.
And then New Year's Eve, our tradition for the past few years has been a group including Jenny's high school friends who come and we host, and we do a 9 p.m. East Coast New Year's, watch the ball drop. And this year, it's funny that it's kind of hard to find. You can't really find the live feed of
West Coast?
Of the actual people counting down, like the Dick Clark's New Year's type thing.
That's on CNN.
Here, you can't really get a live feed of it. I looked around. They try not to make that happen. So we were watching basically just like a webcam of Times Square, which was really boring. And I'm furiously Googling on my laptop, like while people are watching, and then we get to 8:59 p.m. and then it's like everybody's gathering around, and I'm still looking for the right feed, and I finally found one that was pretty close that had actually people counting and had a nice shot of the ball coming down, and I switched at 8:59 and 30 seconds, and the whole room gasped, and then boom, and then the other feed came up and it was better, and then everybody freaked out, and then we counted down, and then it was 9 p.m. and we sent the kids to bed.
Nice.
So that's what we did. What'd you do?
We went to, by the way, we went to Banff, Canada, and it should be a bucket list place for everyone. Stunning. Like, I'm from Minnesota originally, so I miss snow. Like, I love snow. I love snowy. I want a white Christmas. I just want that. Yeah. And we bring them up to the mountains maybe every once in a while here in Los Angeles. There's never any snow. It's always disappointing. There's always one tree and then with a little bit of shade on a little snowy patch. You know what I mean? On the side of a hill somewhere, and there's 10 families trying to sled down this little shady patch where the sun hasn't hit it and melted the snow. So we decided let's go to the snow. So we went to Banff, Canada, which was delightful. It was like postcard picture perfect. We went snowmobiling. We went for a night hike. We brought up one of Olin's preschool friends, who is also an only child, so that he had a buddy to play with, and it was great. Perfect. And his mom came up with us, and everybody got along. It was fantastic. So we all flew up there. We were up there for about a week, Lake Louise and Banff, and it just was stunning. Yeah. We took the gondola up to the top in Banff, and it was 5 degrees with 10, 15 below wind chill, and you got to see, felt like we were on top of the world. Olin got a kick out of it when I said I farted on top of the world. He was like, I just love that. And then I decided I got this bug in my butt. I wanted to hike down the mountain.
Okay.
By myself.
Okay.
In super cold weather. Sort of ill-prepared.
Yeah.
And
just to see if you could.
Yeah. And Gemma was a little nervous. Olin was nervous when I said goodbye. I was like, okay. And I talked to a couple hikers who had hiked up, and they had crampons on their feet, you know?
Yeah.
And trekking poles, and I was going down in my whatever boots I had. I was like, am I going to be okay? And they're like, you should be fine. I said, is there a lot of traffic out there? A lot of people? There's a ton of people. I'm like, okay, great. So I felt fine. And it was one of the most peaceful, spiritual, magical moments of that entire trip was just me doing 3.5 miles, descending 2,400 feet down these switchbacks in the winter, and it was great. And because I'm moving, I'm not cold, and I must have talked to 50 different people.
Oh yeah,
people, because everybody coming up is hiking up, and they're like, and they how much further? You're the one coming down. How much further do I have to go? And so I talked to a ton of people from all over the world. It was really great.
Oh, that's nice.
And so it was just fun. It was magical. And then we went up to Arrowhead. There wasn't any snow up there for a couple days, and holed up and played games in a cabin. And it was a ton of fun with some families.
Yeah, I mean, nothing says the holidays like some snow. I think we talked with some friends the other night, and we're planning possibly a Park City situation next year.
Right.
Because we wanted to do skiing. We did skiing 2 years ago with the kids around the holidays, and they loved it. So we got to do that again.
Yeah. I don't know. I just love, especially around Christmas time, I just love some snow. Yeah. So we did that. It was great. There we go.
Yeah. Well, as we've said about 7 times, please send us an email. hello@homedadshow.com. We're on Twitter and Instagram @homedadshow. We're on Facebook. And we have a website, homedadshow.com, where we post all the episodes. And thanks for listening so much, everybody who was with us in Season 1. We're excited about Season 2, and we hope you will join us on the journey.
Rock and roll.
All right, man. Have a great day.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.